Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is 꽱ᴏᴄ herself. I'm a Smash tuber, I guess is what they call it now. I pretty much just make Smash Ultimate content revolving around my mains, who are Peach, Snake, and Wolf. And any other sort of like smashy things like theories, modes I miss, whatever. So today is going to be the long anticipated Q&A video. I'm going to be pulling most of these questions from YouTube comments and Twitter, and I'll be looking at the questions on my phone for the most part, so if you see me like looking at my phone, that's why. Before we get into this video, if you want to catch up with me on any of my social media, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, all of that information is in the video description below. And without further ado, shall we get started? Let's. So the first question that we have today is from SnowyKyoge, who says, "Oh my god, I watched your videos recently and it really helps me a lot when using Peach. I have a question. How did you discover Smash Bros? Which did you play first? Kisses." I'm also going to include in this a question from MC, who similarly says, "What was your earliest Smash game? Also, I love your videos. They're amazing and helpful. You're such a sweet person." Thank you so much, MC, and thank you, SnowyKyoge. So to answer your question of how I discovered Smash Bros, it's actually kind of cute. My dad was always really into gaming, and I would watch him play things like Tomb Raider and stuff. I would always watch, I would never play the game with him. It was like one Christmas, he brought me a GameCube, and he said, "I know you love to like watch games, but you should play some for yourself." And my very first game that I ever played was actually Super Smash Bros. Melee. So Melee was my first Smash game, as well as the first game that I've ever played in my life. Like, that was the first game I touched, and I guess that's kind of where all of this comes from, honestly, in a way. So thank you, Daddy, for giving me that GameCube. You never knew how impactful that was going to be for me when you did that, so thank you. The next question comes from 꽱ᴏᴄɪᴟ괜, who says, "What modes would I add to Ultimate that aren't there?" And this goes back to Melee a little bit, which is why it's the second question I chose. So something that I really miss about Melee that I wish they would bring back into Smash period was that every character had an individual target test. Oh, that was so cool, and I have no idea why they got rid of it. My favorite one was Young Link's, actually. You started on the very bottom of this platform with two large walls, and when you first encounter it, you're like, oh, okay, obviously I'm just gonna up special out and get out of this, but the walls are so high that there's just no way that you're gonna up special out of that. So that's when you realize, like, oh, I have a wall jump. And you like wall jump your ass all the way out of the thing. And I think that is just so clever. And what I appreciated about that moment is that it taught you how to play that character, or it taught you things about the character you maybe didn't realize when you're playing them casually. Like, Young Link has a wall jump. Or the other one was that there was a box with a target inside of it, but there's no way to reach into that box unless if you throw your boomerang and like let it ricochet off of something, it'll go through the box and hit the target. And there's just no other way to find little intricacies of the moves unless if you do things like that. I just really wish we had that tutorial for the character again. That's sort of like, experiment with your moves to hit these targets and find out what the character does. And I know that it's going to be almost impossible now. We got like 70 characters, but I still wish that that was something that we could bring back, and that is probably the mode I miss the most from past Smash games, and I wish it was an Ultimate. After that would probably be Race to the Finish. It makes you practice your movement on characters who maybe usually you don't think they're that movement based. Thank you so much, 꽱ᴏᴜ, for that question. The next question we're going to go into is from Haunter and Gengar, who says, "A question for Q&A. What made you main Peach? What were your reasons?" This is actually kind of funny because, like, it's not what most people would anticipate. What me and my friends used to do, and this is so silly, is we used to role play. So I would play as Zelda, and I would also play as Peach. I thought Zelda was like so beautiful and graceful, and like I thought Peach was like coming in on her beauty and her territory, trying to be like cute, and I thought they were like kind of at a competition. I don't know what I was thinking, okay? Whenever we had fights, I would fight with Peach because I was role playing with her as like the bad girl, or like I guess the catty girl, and I just enjoyed the float mechanic, and I enjoyed like her fair, and I enjoyed her turnips and stuff like that, and I just eventually she grew on me. And then I started to like Peach. So then Peach went through this whole redemption arc in our roleplay where she was suddenly like the good girl and Zelda was evil, and like I don't know. So I went from totally hating Peach and playing her out of spite to like being like, oh, I like how this character plays and I like this character, oh no. And now I love Zelda and Peach evenly. I actually only play Zelda in Melee, and I play Peach in all the rest of the games. So I hope that answers your question of Haunter and Gengar. I know it's like not the most exciting answer, but that is unfortunately how I got into Peach. So our next question comes from Carlos Felipe Orentega Zuniga. I hope I said that alright. I'm sorry if I didn't. Why do you pick the red dress Peach? Does it have any meaning? No, actually. It doesn't have any meaning. I choose the red Peach because red is just my favorite color, and I like to see my characters just doused in red. There's honestly no meaning to it, I just like red, and red is my favorite color. And next up we have a question from Loveless Dog, who says, question. What would you change about Daisy to differentiate her from Peach enough to make her feel like her own character? That is actually like a really thoughtful question. Oh god. I don't even know. Okay. So, the first thing that would be necessary for Daisy to even feel remotely like Daisy is she has to have the "Hi, I'm Daisy" taunt that she has in like every Mario game. Ooh, or we could take it directly out of Strikers where she's like, "Ooh, Daisy." We can have that one. That one's fine too. I love that one because she's just like so sassy about it. The next thing, like fighting wise, I would not have her float. I think that is very much a Peach thing. I don't think that's a Daisy thing. Instead of the slap, like Peach has like the slap and she's iconically known for the slap, I would make Daisy do fists. I'd have her punch things because I think that makes more sense. Like Daisy has always been a tomboy, and even in Mario Strikers, I think she literally punches the ball. Like, why not? Just have her punch stuff. I would make her down air into a ground pound, actually. Since she's not floating anymore, she doesn't need Peach's down air, so I would have her just do a ground pound. It'll be one of those Stalin falls, and she'd just hit the ground and make it kind of safe. Instead of Toad, what would her neutral B be? I don't know. This is hard. I'd still want it to be a counter, I just wouldn't want Toad involved in it, to be honest. Like, I think having Toad there is just kind of like a relic from Peach. Which, by the way, guys, if you want, I have a whole video about like Smash relics and things like that talks about like Melee Ganon and things. Please check that out. I'll put a card for it at the top, and I'll also put a card at the end of the video for it. So the next question we have is from Brandon Gordon, who says, what advice do you have for learning Smash at a high level and advice on playing Peach/Daisy? Another person also sent me a very similar question. Her name is May, or Firecloak on Twitter, and she said, what is the best way a total Smash beginner can train against a CPU? The first thing I can give you for advice is you are going to have to lab. I'm not saying that in a way to deter people from the character. This character is very high commitment. If you are really trying to play Peach at a competitive level, I'm talking like, if you want to be up there with Samsora and them playing Peach and winning tournaments, you're going to need to lab Peach probably around 2 hours a day. You're probably going to have to play her then for 3 to 4 hours a day, and you're going to need to do that probably 5 days out of a week. The reason you need to be like this is because when you get into a match, you need to be able to land your shit. There's no other way to put it. You need to hit your bread and butters, you need to land your combos, you need to execute. And if you can't execute with Peach, you're just not going to be playing on a high level, and that's unfortunately just how it is. I would say the best way to train against a computer, first of all, if you can help it, train against anything that is living or breathing. You want something with a pulse to train with, but if you must train with a computer, I would say just practice your combos on them consistently. I actually make a little section of my own setup called Grind, and pretty much what I do in my grinds is I have Stage Morph 1, so it can change stages every 5 minutes. It's 99 stocks and 20 minutes. And pretty much I just try to kill whoever I am playing that day, either Lord or a friend or a computer if I have no one else to play with for whatever reason. I try to practice my B&Bs, I practice like edge guards and things like that. Just do things that you know you need to work on consistently. And I guess just go for it. Just keep trying to do those things and do them until you can do them consistently. The more you do them, the more you'll look for them. And the more you look for them, the more you'll find them. So that is my best advice. Just like get in there and throw yourself at something for very long periods of time until I guess you get the hang of it. I hope that answers your question, Brandon Gordon, and thank you so much for asking. Alright, the next question we have is from Ophelia Valentine, who says, what do you think about Bayonetta and Rosaluma being hit with mega nerfs? Ooh. Okay. To put it bluntly, I'm okay with it. Bayonetta's really annoying to fight. Rosalina is really annoying to fight, so I don't mind if they're bad, honestly. But I don't think they're that bad. I actually just think they're mortal, is the best way I can put it. Those characters have very strong tools for the neutral. I think it makes sense for them to be a little bit underwhelming when it comes to all other aspects of their character. I think it makes sense for Bayonetta to struggle killing since she has so many different ways to kill you. And I think it makes sense for Rosalina to have trouble, I guess, like, comboing and making consistent damage since she pretty much deletes all other damage sources and can poke from safety. I'm okay with it. I don't think it's that big of an issue. And I could see Bayo and Rosa both getting more buffs. I know they already buffed Rosa, but I don't think that there's anything wrong with giving Bayonetta just a little bit more knockback on her smashes, especially since her smashes are already low priority. Giving them a little bit more firepower wouldn't be that bad. And if they don't want to give her more firepower on her smashes, giving her more firepower on only her back air would also be fine with me. Rosalina, I don't know what they should do for Rosalina. I don't know anything about Rosalina, and I don't like Rosalina. So I'm just gonna leave her alone. She is fine how she is. Thank you, Ophelia Valentine, for the question. Next up, we have a question from Gay Tears, who says, "Hey Lady Luck, I wanted to ask your opinion on the debate on whether we can expect Paisley to get nerfed in the new spring update, version 3.0. I personally feel like it's ignorant to call Peach and Daisy broken or saying they need to be nerfed because of their combo game. What do you think?" Okay, this is gonna be a very unpopular opinion, but this is honestly how I feel about it. I do think that Peach and Daisy need a slight nerf. Fighting against the character, myself with the character, is actually excruciatingly hard. What happens when you're fighting Peach is that you both fight, she deals like a 60 damage combo on you, and edgeguards you a fair, and you die literally at 90, but she lives forever because you can't get in and hit her, and she kills you really early. And I think that's a problem. Pretty much the only time Peach is actually vulnerable and can't do a move when transitioning from ground to air or whatever is if she misses side B, if she pulls a turnip, if she's in up B, or if she misses a neutral B. And all the rest of her moves have pretty much no lag, no cooldown at all. They just like, she pops into the next move. I think she's very safe, and I think that's a big issue about the character. Another thing I wanted to talk about that's really noteworthy for Peach is like, you don't have to execute all those high damage combos in order to win with Peach. She can still get combos off of her down throw to back air, which I do think she needs, and she can get combos off of her turnips, which do like 13 damage a pop. I think that Peach is too safe, and I think that she's too safe, too fast, lives for a little bit too long, and kills you a little bit too early. I think those are all of Peach's issues, but you only need to nerf like one in order to make her a fair and balanced character. My nerfs will be very simple. Make her slightly lighter. Peach is practically a middleweight. She is like 1 unit of weight away from a middleweight. So I think that she could be a little bit lighter so that she dies a little bit earlier. And a lot of lower level Peaches also get away with a lot of stuff because she just has no end lag. She has no cooldown. As far as like moves to hit, I see a lot of lower level Peaches gravitating to side B and they just get away for free. For the first nerf, I would probably definitely just put more end lag on side B. And if that really wasn't enough to like separate the Peaches, I would maybe, and I would never want to do this because I love this move how it is, I would put more end lag on Bear. And I really hate saying that, but I just know that so many players get away with Peach just because of her frame data, just because of how like safe and free she is. And that is the issue that I have with Peach. I think that either she should have to do those high damage combos to get like her damage, or she can't be that safe. Oh, sorry I went on a tangent there, but that was a really good question, Gay Tears. Thank you so much. The next question I have is from Project Dusk, who says, so what is your goal in Smash? For me, it's to go pro, since I've missed my chance years ago. Thank you so much, Dusk, for the question. I wouldn't mind if I could become a personality of sorts for the game, because I've been passionate about this game for pretty much all my life. I just enjoy playing the game with people. I enjoy, I guess, like competing. I enjoy commentating. I enjoy all sorts of aspects of Smash. I think if I wanted to go far competitively anywhere, I would just want to, at some point, win a major with my partner in all things Lord Lydic in doubles. That is honestly my goal in Smash, because that just means the world to me. Doubles is so beautiful to me, and not a lot of games competitively have doubles anymore. Most of the time you're on a team, you're doing like 3v3s, or you're doing like, I don't know, 6v6 in the case of like Overwatch or something like that. But Smash doubles, just relying on one other person person and being that in sync with one other person is such a beautiful thing to me. And I've always been a person who's loved companionship, and I think that doubles just kind of like hits that sweet spot for me. I like fighting with someone else, and I love to show my synergy with my partner. There's nothing more beautiful than like watching Lord get like a double forward smash, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I set that up. I was baiting on that. Or like, whatever it may be. It just feels so good to cover the weaknesses of another player and to grow together as a team. So I think that's like what my Smash goal would be. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope that I answered all your questions well. And if you like this, we can make more Ask Ladies / Q&A videos in the future. That is totally fine with me. This was really fun, and it was nice to express myself. As for our next video, I'm thinking of doing a turnip bread and butters, sort of like our last bread and butter video, but this one will be turnip oriented and showing people how to combo with turnips. This is inspired from all of the Twitter combos I've been seeing, in particular using Peach's down throw turnip grab and all sorts of shit. So this is where it's coming from, and I've been practicing them a lot myself. They are fun and they are kind of tough. Very technical, and I think it would be fun to break them down for players trying to get into them. After that, I'm thinking that I actually want to start making more discussion videos with you guys. I want to talk about doubles, I want to talk about Peach nerfs and things of that nature more in detail with you guys to let you know my opinion and how I think things are going to evolve concerning those issues. You can find my social media information in the description down below or on top of the comments. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, and an Instagram, and you can follow me there at any of those if you would like to see more of your girl. As always, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the video down below, and hit that bell notification so you can be notified the next time I make a video. And I think that's about it for this video. Thank you guys again so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? And as always, may the RNG be in your favor.